move on to page 6, where we have 500 million maize import tender case still in court a decade later. And of course, the maize issues have been left, right, and center. I remember yesterday we had the issue of millers increasing the price of maize, yet the government had released 1 million bags of maize, but only 200,000, I believe, had been bought. Yet the reason for increasing the prices was apparently there was a shortage.
Yes, and then this again gives us the story of mismanagement of procurement systems. ARAD Suppliers, which was a company fronted by the late Jacob Juma, the controversial businessman, they had won this tender to supply 40,000 metric tons of maize. Just when NAC came into power, there was the shortage of maize. And there were allegations of corruption and backstabbing. And ultimately, ARAD went to court and it was awarded 500 million shillings. However, it had not supplied any maize. This award was on the basis of breach of contract by the National Cereals and Produce Board. And it raised a furor because how would you pay 500 million shillings for an empty contract that has not been supplied? And ultimately, we also know that out of this mismanaged procurement, we also had the maize scandal. That at that time in the Grand Coalition, I think, roped in the former Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Ruto, former minister, they were suspended allegedly by one of the principals at that time. So I think food sustainability is something very critical. Both the government should take it seriously, because if you do not guarantee food reserves, then you'll have a situation whereby hunger a lot of the poor people will suffer. So I think it really ought to be managed very well. There ought to be that guarantee that food will be sustainable and we have adequate reserves.